For a cooking show to succeed, the celebrity in question has to be likable. The real lesson here, if you trap a prince, you too can sprinkle flowers on toast and call it content. Netflix, you okay, hon? I don't understand who is supposed to watch this. Meghan and her rich friends cooking in designer outfits and expensive jewelry, forcing their fake happiness on us? The world is on fire and most of us are struggling with the cost of living crisis. I think she is completely out of touch with reality. But thanks, Netflix, for leaving the comment section open. Absolute gold. Top entertainment. I just made scrambled eggs. I elevated them by cooking in somebody else's kitchen and letting my hair dangle everywhere. Why y'all coming for Meghan so hard? How to create an authentically inspiring lifestyle show. 1. Do not use your home kitchen, rent one instead. 2. Do not invite your family, invite D-listers instead. 3. Do not wear everyday ordinary clothes, wear designer brands instead. Accessorize with tons of fine jewelry, most especially when marveling at beehives. 4. Do not use an affordable serveware and tableware that common folk use. Instead, use hard-to-pronounce luxe brands sourced from Europe. 5. Prepare food that has been Instagrammed to death by original content creators. 6. Speaking of content creators, copy all of them, such as Marchioness of Bath, Martha, and Joanna Gaines. And 7. Add a sprig of mint on everything to elevate your meals, including boiled eggs. Much love, me! I've been a chef for 30 plus years, and I can tell by how she holds her knife in her underproof and undercooked focaccia that she has no idea what she's doing. Got even real chefs roasting her. Everyone's invited? No one's coming. What I learned from this trailer? 1. Long ratty hair extensions look even worse hanging over food. 2. Cheekbone implants plus Ozempic equal Cruella de Vil. 3. 4 hands poking around in dough is sickening, even with expensive jewelry. And 4. Jumping up and down and clapping like a 12-year-old is not cute when you're in your mid-40s. Meghan regretting annoying the one person at Netflix that knows how to turn off comments. I'm starting to think we're not supposed to like this lady. So no season 3 of Mindhunter, but someone with the groundbreaking idea of putting olive oil on hummus gets a $100 million series. Sure. Netflix, you could have a hit if you secretly kept the cameras rolling while she screams at the crew behind the scenes and released that. You could call it Megsy Dearest. The moment I heard the chef say, "We're family now," I thought, that's your kiss of death, buddy. Because apparently she treats her family terribly. Didn't know you could elevate food by adding synthetic hair, but then I'm not a chef, am I? I've never seen a more efficient way to flush money down the toilet. Congrats, Netflix, you've done it. I'll play with some bees and scramble some eggs for $100 million too. Imagine marrying into a royal family, to a prince, and being at the very top with amazing wealth and opportunities, and choosing to work your way back to this. Right, you're hustling backwards, princess. Dear Netflix, thank you for leaving the comment section open. Meghan Mouth said we should use our voices, so here we are. Dear Meghan, it is referred to as karma. With love, the British public. So she beefing with the Brits. They're about to give her a proper roasting. Inspired by Meghan, I prepared a package of instant mashed potatoes and then elevated it with a sprig of parsley. Thanks, Meghan. Guys, she's really done so much to bring the world together. Despite our differences or beliefs, we are united in our disdain for her. Y'all gotta chill. Impress us all. Open a can of soup for your 80-year-old dad. Honestly, it looks like Netflix paid an unqualified person $100 million to make a glorified Pinterest board in video form. No plot, no purpose, just the perfect flowers from the perfect garden in the perfect kitchen. Stop worrying about how to pay for your groceries. You need to focus on how to elevate your lifestyle by looking at pretty things and giggling. I swear the Brits know how to roast so eloquently. The words, "everyone's invited," coming from Meghan Markle is possibly the most ridiculous thing I've heard ever. I just love the authenticity of a bunch of rich women in super expensive jewelry and full glam supporting their diamond and Cartier wearing friend and designer clothes, making frittata and sponge cake in a house that's not even hers. It all just seems so aspirational. Harry and Meghan's attempt at rebranding is like watching Sideshow Bob continuously stepping on rings. Taking ordinary recipes and elevating them. Translation, I'm going to rip off recipes from well-known chefs, but tweak them just enough so I don't get sued. Fix it for you, Netflix. I just had some soup and elevated it by eating it with a fork. I'm so authentic. Everybody clap. Y'all are really elevating me with these roasts. People all over the world are struggling and suffering. We have exploding prices, wars, natural disasters, lunatic dictators, terrorism. It's the apocalypse, really. But in all this darkness, humankind is yearning to watch overprivileged Marco Antoinette giggle her way through a rented villa, reenacting the 5 minutes she got to spend as a backup royal. We're longing to see her make beige cake for her beige butt-kissing ass friends. And the way she is using the ends of her wig to calligraphy her British title onto the food is quite endearing. It will warm our hearts even on the coldest winter day. Netflix, you are infamous for canceling good shows after one season, yet you have the budget for this horse teeth crap. Is this punishment for the password sharing of the old and golden days? We are terribly sorry for that. Personally, I prefer my food without any hair on it, but that's just me. Me too, Marcia B. I like the part where she takes ordinary things and elevates them, like the time she took Prince Harry and elevated him into a frog. Harry also tried to take something below ordinary and uplift it too. He failed. As an Englishman living in the county of Sussex, how on earth does this woman still retain the title of Duchess of Sussex? Unfortunately, this woman is an embarrassment. I, like most people on here, find Netflix poor for commissioning this show, which looks poor and will be a failure like everything this woman touches, including her husband. Y'all are ruthless. This comment section doesn't need a sprig of mint to elevate it. These comments are covered in gold and dripping in diamonds. Chef's kiss. If she likes elevating the ordinary, she should try it on herself. She was elevated into the royal family, but turned back into something very ordinary. Back into a pumpkin, the reverse Cinderella. OMG, she took ordinary hummus and elevated it with olive oil. Bless her for trying to save us from depressing dips. Meghan asked for peace and quiet while cooking on the set, so the producers took the batteries out of the smoke alarm. This inspired me to elevate my oats by putting them in a jar with a shiny ribbon and a sparkly label. I took a picture of it in a basket of bananas. My husband R said I did it better than those born to do it. I'm so joyful. An inspiration, a giggly sensation. Netflix, you need to cut your losses and run. Surely you've heard of the Markle effect. A continued relationship with her is gonna take the whole company. I'm starting to think this woman's not a very good person. The Duchess of Dullness, who elevates food with her hair in it. How about another series? I treat my daddy as dad, even though he's just a drive away from Montecito. I had breakfast out yesterday. My waitress brought me Cholula for my omelet. Wow, did that elevate it. And the cook came out to say hello. It was the most glamorous moment of my life. Y'all was so childish. Yuck! I threw my garbage away in a mint-scented bag and it elevated my garbage. It was a glamorous moment. I elevated my breakfast omelet by wearing all the jewelry I own and white clothes without an apron this morning. So delicious. Most glamorous moment of my dog's life. Not the dog. Because of her father, lighting director, she went to good schools and got some small roles on TV shows. Because of her ex-husband, producer, she landed a role on Sweet Series. Because of Marcus Anderson, Soho guy, she was able to get closer to Royal Circle. Because of her current husband, the dumb prince, she has the royal title to make money. And because of her ex-boyfriend, Chef Corey, she has some recipes to make a cooking show. What a strong, independent feminist who used all men in her life to make her who she is. Where does Tyler Perry fit in all these? Alright, y'all broke it down. Mr. days when I didn't know who was. She was simply the wow, that was terrible acting extra. Those were the good old days. That scene with the ice cream scoop, so talented, so brave. Hey Netflix, can I have a contract? I made toast today whilst pursuing joy and elevated it with butter. Just being my authentic self. She was the American actress that literally nobody knew. And now she will be a cooking lifestyle actress that has more dislikes on her trailer than Disney's Snow White. I swear these princesses can't catch a break. I elevated my baked potato with butter this evening. And I elevated this audio with helium. Dried shredded flowers on iced donuts, hummus on a veggie tray, olive oil on fish. No, I do not believe that is magic. Y'all please go watch the trailer. Thinking of all the really talented people out there who would never get a Netflix show because they don't know how to grift, sleep their way up, and social This is a spoof, right? I'm afraid not. The most unintentionally hilarious satire I've ever seen. A woman who has taken a wrecking ball to her and her husband's families, who has been accused of bullying on practically an industrial scale, leaving people crying and traumatized. A dictator in heels. A woman who mocked elders. She calls this with love Meghan. Absolutely hilarious. This is a 2-minute trailer. Imagine 30 minutes of this hell. And I think it drops on January 15th. Hugs, love, dancing around the kitchen, pursuit of joy. What a crock! She's mastered the mint leaf. Very impressive work. Netflix, you've been Marco. I wonder if Netflix realizes the obscene amount of money they can make from a real documentary about Meghan. I did not know all this about this woman. These comments have taken a very ordinary trailer and elevated it. Writes the dish soap company to complain and insinuated women belong in the kitchen. Ends up marketing herself as an expert in the kitchen. Make it make sense. Giving a voice to the voiceless, like polo players and rich housewives. Cooking, eating, and Ozempic? Yep, that all goes together. And horse meat!